Today I'm going to show you how I made this calibration square to test the accuracy of my CNC machine. So first of all, it's 150 millimeters by 150 millimeters square. This is 3/4 inch MDF, and I've had the machine cut in to the surface down 14 millimeters so I could also check the accuracy of my Z-axis. I haven't trained my machine yet, so you may see a few lines. That's a different video for a different day. But today I'm going to show you how I made this and how I used it to calculate my variance. So here at vCarve, we're going to create a new file, and I'm going to set it to be about 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters by 19.05 millimeters. And the only reason I'm using millimeters instead of inches in my video is because I have to use calibration settings in millimeters on GRBL anyways, so there's no sense in going to inches and then having to convert back to millimeters for the purpose of calibrating 101, 102, and 100. So once I've set those, I'm going to hit OK. That's my material. So now I'm going to create a rectangle. It's a simple rectangle, and I'm going to make that 150 millimeters by 150 millimeters. And the only reason I'm choosing 150 millimeters is because my calibration tool can read up to 150 millimeters. You can create one smaller or bigger, your choice. Hit create, and you can see that it puts that box right here. Oops. Hit undo. I need to select that object now, and now I need to center it. So to do that, I select it so that it's pink, and then I hit this button over here, and now it's centered inside. So now I need to create one more rectangle. This time I'm going to make one a little bit smaller. I'm going to make it about 40 millimeters by about 40 millimeters. That's just a number I made up. It's not important. I just wanted it to be a little bit smaller because that's going to be what this little pocket tool is over here. I didn't want to have to cut a bunch of stuff unnecessarily. Alright. And close. Oh, whoops. Let me do that again, guys, sorry. So 150 by 150, I accidentally deleted the other one. Create. Okay, so now we have two squares. We have one that's 150 millimeters, and we have one that's about 40 millimeters, and this is all we need to create this. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to toolpaths, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our material one more time just to make sure. I'm going to set my 0 off the material surface, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this little square right here, come back over to toolpaths, and I'm going to select this one right here, which is your pocket toolpath. I want to cut down to a depth of 14 millimeters right here, and I want to use a 1/4 inch end mill. You can use anything you want. Select here, and you can choose from whatever tools you have. I just happen to have that in my router at the moment, and hit select, and then oops. I'm going to hit calculate. Okay, so now it's created that first tool path. I'm going to come back up here to 2D, and now I'm going to select this other rectangle and create toolpath. This time I'm going to hit profile, and I want it to cut all the way through the material, so I'm going to do 19.05. You can go a little bit more or less if you want, but my machine isn't 100% calibrated, so I'm going to leave that be. Again, I'm going to use the same tool, select end mill 1/4 inch, and I'm going to choose conventional on here. And you can add tabs here if you want, but I'm not going to do that for mine, and I'm going to hit calculate. And that's it. That's all we have to do. So now I'm going to preview all toolpaths. And that's it.